my friends, ik neem die milk. As you know, I hope so. Today I'm going to prepare for you a nice herbal dressing for different kinds of salads. I'm going to prepare just the dressing today, and I've been in the garden before. There's a little video you might have found, and this is I found some herbs, some nice herbs in the garden, and virtually you can take any herb. I have some tarragon, some marjoram, some rosemary, and yeah, let's see what we can do with this. And this is we need a lot of herbs. So this herbal dressing is so delicious because we have the main point is a great quantity of herbs. You see this kind of quantity. I washed it. They are mostly Mediterranean herbs. They have a strong flavor and intense these etheric oils. They are oils that are evaporate. They are a nice taste, nice smell, and a special effect on the body. There's a whole science to it. What these etheric oils, what they do to you. It's very subtle, and yeah, I mean this is a subject on its own. I won't touch that today, because first things first, I think, and first is the phenomenal, the wonderful flavor and taste of the dressing I will prepare for you now. And as I said, most important thing is to use lots of herbs, fresh herbs. And you can store the dressing in the refrigerator, in a container, sealed container, preferably glass. And then the herbs, they even expand their flavor in the following days. So it's, especially if you have dried herbs, yeah, you can use dried herbs very well. Also use it, and they will develop more flavor in the days, the following days, and the second day and third day, even more than the fresh herbs. Yeah, you can see that they taste even better later. But there is a basic herbal dressing, I would say. You use this tool. This is a, yeah, if I would recommend you what tools, kitchen tools, to get, this is one of the first ones. Yeah, is a coffee mill, coffee grinder, coffee mill. It's electric coffee mill. Costs, this one is the cheapest one I could get, only 20 euros or so, and it keeps a couple of years. A very good tool, and it saves you a lot of working hour, and it makes a wonderful seed mousses. Yeah, for example, tahini, you can buy tahini in the supermarket or the health food store, but you can make your own tahini by using sesame seed. They are very cheap and super healthy, yeah, and very good together with greens. So I put one filling of my coffee grinder, and I grind it now. I use the sesame seed or other seeds instead of oil. For the seeds they usually contain a lot of oil, and if you buy oil, they press the seeds before, or the fruit and olives, to get the oil. And all the valuable ingredients, the other ingredients, they will be not used, they will be used. And your body, the body, he likes these, he needs the other ingredients too, because they give him information. Because if you eat something in a dish, and there are a lot of ingredients, the whole ingredients of fruit, or especially of the oily fruits, the seeds, then the body knows exactly when it has enough, when there's plenty, and you will have no more desire to eat more. That's a natural feeling. You feel full or complete or satisfied. And this feeling you will not have if you eat oil. If you eat oil or products that are processed, like high in protein, like for example hummus, products out of oil and protein, and your body wants to eat more and more of them. And that's because he's full, he's strict, he doesn't know when to stop. We make one more filling. My coffee grinder, because I need some extra. I want to make some dressing on stock. I turn it on upside down and grind a little on, because then it's easier to get it out of the grinder. So here, I put it in the rest. Just with my finger I go around. So this is the first part of the base of my dressing. It's the sesame seed, sesame mousse, tahini. The second main ingredient is the lemon. I have to press my lemon to roll it with a little strength on my cutting board. I have 3 lemons. If you roll it like this and make it soft inside, you will get out more juice more easily. So, my bowl. This is the second important tool which I would recommend for every kitchen. This is the electric citrus press. This is like a coffee grinder. It's very, very comfortable to get all the hundreds of lemons and oranges pressed easily. Because that is one of my main staples in kitchen, the sesame seed and the lemon. Both are for the effectiveness of the food, for the digestibility, and so most important, both of them, sesame seed as well as lemon, because both allow the body to take in the greens. They're essential to take in greens. You need digest the green properly. You need lemon or sesame seed, and if best, both. So yeah, sesame seed, lemon, always staple. Okay, now the juice of 3 lemons I have here, and I put some water on top of the lemons, because then I will get the rest of the lemon juice that remains in the machine. Always a little bit more easier to put some water on top. So I put it directly on the sesame seed on it. Yeah, the next ingredient for this dressing is garlic. I have the fresh garlic here, the young garlic. It's pink like this, and you can use it with the skin. If it's a little bit older, like this one, it's not directly from the store, it was a little bit in my fridge. I take up the first gross skin and the small little pieces of the garlic. I take this is a Mediterranean herbals dressing, and this is a strong flavor, and I love the garlic. I take 3 of these toes, see? 3 of it. You can take any quantity you like. The dressing needs to be measured. I had it 4 or 5 even. If you would make a dressing, you have to see that it is not like making a sauce, yeah? A sauce for another dish, because the dressing has to be seasoned stronger, more intense. You wouldn't eat a dressing like a soup. You would put a dressing on a salad, and then it changes its flavor. So always make it a little bit more intense than you would eat it. You can also complete your dressing, and then you taste it using a piece of salad you want to use it for. And you take the salad, dip it into the dressing and taste it, and then you know, aha, this is what I need to do. Or even a little bit more salt, or this and that. So it has to be more intense. Another ingredient that is very nice for this dressing is the ginger. You see I have the ginger here, it's a root. Special, it is definitely, to be exact, it is not even a root. It seems to be a root, but it is more than a rhizome. The rhizome has no center. It grows in every direction and building a net, some kind of net. So it is the own class. It's not really a root. But yeah, generally you call it a root, but to be exact, it's not. Ginger. It's in the same family of kumkum. So this special family, the ginger family. Very healthy stuff. So now what we have is sesame, lemon, garlic, ginger. 4 ingredients. And I have now salt. I will add salt, a healthy quantity. So this is a dressing, I told you, and we need a lot of salt. So a little bit more than I usually would use. 3 or a little bit. So this is a good serving, see? A lot of salt. You can always adjust later, of course. And, like a lot, some black pepper. Yeah, wow. Oh, black pepper is something wonderful. I use the telly cherry pepper. Telly cherry, it's called. I use some nice peppercorns. Great quality. Remember, dressing needs more spices than usual. You would. So big quantity of that pepper. Grind it in a mortar. Grind it fine, thoroughly, because then the taste buds will be happy. And there's a whole story about pepper too. There are many different varieties of pepper. And they all have a different flavor and different character. For me, these kind of sharp, hot spices, especially the pepper, they are so characteristic. What's characteristic about them I would describe as a little, their sharpness, their acuteness, their picking character. Like if there were a knife that would pick you, but only on a very minor scale, not a real knife, it wouldn't hurt you. But if you describe the feeling on my taste buds, it's like a little picking, like a needle or something. And there are sharper and rounder peppers. And this one is very round. It's hot, but it is some kind of warm hotness. I don't know how to describe better. I will find out later, maybe. So the pepper is in and the salt is in. Now comes the main ingredient, the specialty of this dressing. Herbs. I washed the herbs before. Just if the stem is like this on this marjoram, there's oregano and marjoram. I hope this is one of it. I will see, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Then you just, when the stem is thick, you just pull it from the stem directly into the dressing. the rosemary, there's a very big stem, and you cannot use that in the dressing, and that turns bitter. It doesn't taste anymore. It's horrible. So just pull it from the stem directly into the blender. On the top, the stem is a little bit green. You see there where it stops to grow? Here's the top. See, green. And you can take that little one. It shouldn't be brown. All this in. Marjoram, oregano. All from my herbal garden. The taste is amazing. They are so intense. How I do it in here, you can see it. I do it here, right before your eyes. I won't use the petals. They use them for puja, the petals. I won't use them in my dressing. Oh, why not? Why not? Well, you don't have to see them. They can be in there. Doesn't matter. Let's put it all in. It's oregano. This is one of my favorite ingredients, herbs. It's a powerful green. They have both the benefits, the health benefits of the greens, a lot of amino acids. The body needs protein. And needs basically everybody needs proteins, carbohydrates, and fat. These three are basic. This is for any nutritional theory. Yeah, you have this basic knowledge. On the other hand, you need vitamins and minerals. That's what you need on scientific base. And I'm talking about the protein now. The protein, if you get protein into your body, you eat it, then your digestive system, it breaks up the proteins. And a lot of work to do. And because we don't need the proteins themselves, we need the amino acids. The amino acids is what the DNS is made up of. There are different kinds of amino acids, not that many. And our DNA is a combination of these amino acids. So that's what we need. And the protein will be broken up to get the amino acids. And the advantage of the greens, the plants, many greens, they have the amino acid directly, so you don't need to break it up. You can just use it as it is. Here's the tarragon. That is a little bit of a time-consuming work to put all these herbs into the dressing, because you need to touch every single one of it, and to rip it off. I tell you, friends, it is worth it, because you will have so much fun with these herbal dressings. That's why you can use dried ones. It is a lot easier to make them, because you just put it into the blender. Maybe you grind it before you put it in, but that's a lot of less of work. But so good reason to make it a staple food in your refrigerator. You can keep these dressings for a week or so, yeah, and it will taste better and better over the time. Especially the herbal dressings. And if I serve it to my friends, most of them, they would always say, "Oh, I never had that. You have to tell me the recipe." Because I use a lot of herbs. That seems to be not They don't use it. They don't do that usually. Usually they would always take only so little quantities of these herbs into the dressing because they think, yeah, we don't have to take that much and so. But it's not true. You have to take really great quantity of herbs. That's what makes it so delicious. Yeah. Of course, you can use small quantities of herbs if you take the herbs to season something. Another taste in the foreground. For example, you have a carrot soup, yeah, or a carrot salad. Then you would use some herbs just to season it a little bit. And at first you would taste the carrot, and then the seasoning would help the carrot to develop its taste, its flavor. But this is a completely different kind of seasoning. If you have a herbal dressing, just herbs, nothing else in the foreground, then you can really play with the herbs and put a lot of quantity of them in. And this is very special. And you feel how healthy it is. Together with the lemon, because the lemon, as I told you, is so great for the digestibility, for the system. And the tahini, the sesame seed as well. Both of these guys do that amazing job of neutralizing the oxalates. Oxalates is what you shouldn't allow to unfold in your system, because the oxalates, they will make your body crave calcium. A body that craves calcium will destroy itself, will eat its own bones. And of course that is not good. Of course. And you have weak bones, and you have a weak body structure, and that can cause you a lot of trouble. So you always want to put your lemon and your sesame seed in your greens, and you will always be happy and a lot of calcium in your body. It works very well. So I'm almost done. I've told you some interesting stories. I hope you like my stories and it is useful information for you. But it is a nice thing to do because I show you all this. I could make a video in a different way. I could prepare my ingredients, and then I show you how I put it together. And I wouldn't show you how to rip the herbs from the stems and all these things, time-consuming things. But I thought it might be nice for you to see all this, because you see it is a process, something you can do on your own, and you can have fun doing it. Because I have a lot of fun now explaining all these things. If I don't have nobody to watch me doing it, or you in the video, my spectator, my audience, I would tell it to myself. I would meditate on it. I would find out, think about all these things I'm doing, and every day, every single day, every meal I create is completely new to me, because there are so many things I find out doing it. I experiment a little bit. You will see. For example, first I make a basic soup, like cucumber soup, basic one, and it is very simple. And the next step, 3 or 4 ingredients. The next step will be refinement. I put some onion in, or some cumin, or something that might fit to the cucumber, and I will change. And at a certain point, I will have a perfect soup, a perfect flavor for my taste. Yeah, and that the perfection of that flavor I developed in stages that resonates with my health and the needs of my body. And that is very interesting for the people too, because it is according to general principles. These general principles is not something subjective, that is something what is for everyone. So it should, if it works, if it is true what I say, then it should be tasty for everybody, for many people. And yeah, I found out it is. Many people tell me, okay, your food is so delicious, how did you do it? And I think that is the reason behind it, because I do it with love, and love means going into details, to be devotion, to have devotion, to have a sense for the ingredients, to love your ingredients, and to feel what they fit with, and so on. To make step by step, you go closer and closer. First you see the ingredients, you use it, you wait be shy and use it with only 1 or 2 other ingredients, and then you add, so like in a relationship between human beings, for example, you make one step after the other. Yeah, slowly, slowly, you get to know each other. Yeah, that's why sometimes I take names, I use names for my ingredients as if they were persons. I say character and so. That is the only reason I try to make you understand, you know, how I do that. You know, I have one secret ingredient which I would like to show you, which goes perfectly well with these herbs, which come to my mind right now. I will put some almonds into the dressing to make it a little bit more tasty, to refine it a little bit more. It's not needed, but I know the almond is, from its character, to me, seems to be perfect combination with the Mediterranean kitchen, the flavors from these herbs. You see, I have that many herbs. See how many herbs I have? Isn't that amazing? I put some almonds into it. I have the almonds in the fridge. I have soaked them. I'll be back in a second. Another staple food, almonds, soaked and washed, and that's what they look like. These are super healthy now, because all the ingredients are not so good for the body, digestible. Just a little of it, some amount. It goes into my dressing, make them this taste a little bit more refined. You will see. They're secret ingredients. Yeah. Some other water. It doesn't matter how much water you take. The most important is that you can, the blender can work, because then you have it as a base for further dressings, and you can thin it, thinner and so later. So, oh, I forgot one thing. One thing has to go in. This kind of dressing, the Mediterranean dressing, should always be combined with a little bit chili. And it's a good example of the subtlety of how you season your food. You know, chili comes in different kinds, like a powder, or like the chilies, the whole chilies, like these, you see? Whole chilies, you see, like this, dried. And this is perfect for, these are perfect for this kind of dressing. I just put in 2, because they are very strong. A little bit too much and the whole thing is spoiled. And you can reverse it. Once the hot spice is in, it's over. A very little, small quantity you need only. And we'll see how it works. So in a minute, let's dance again. 1, 2, 3, now! Now we'll taste it on my spoon. A spoon. Nice running. See texture? Texture. I could blend it a little bit more, but first I will taste it. I won't eat it today. It's, by the way, it's too late already. It's 8:15 p.m. So my latest food intake is 7. I decided. I've been doing it for 3 weeks, 4 weeks now, and it's an amazing effect. I can get up more earlier in the morning. I feel so free, I'm so light. Yeah, that's much better than eating late for me, personally. So I tasted. Nothing can beat this herbal dressing. Guys, you have to try it. I love it. Wonderful. Can be blended a little bit more, finer, you know, because all the herbs get blended up. But yeah, it's basically it, and it's one of my best dressings, I tell you. Jacob Davy, have a wonderful evening, or wherever you are, day, night, Here's how I store it. I blend it a little bit more. Now it is very fine. And this is here what I store in my fridge. See my dressing? Isn't that nice? Next time I will show you which kind of salad it will fit for perfectly. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. See you. Hi friends.